Is your IBS diarrhea running your life? Watch this video to learn how to take back control and feel confident leaving your house again. For the most helpful information you'll find about IBS online, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified every Friday when I post a new episode. If your chronic diarrhea is turning you into an antisocial hermit, by the end of this video, you'll calm your worst fears and know how to get back to feeling like yourself again. I'm Wendy Leung, holistic health and happiness coach, licensed acupuncturist, and powerhouse IBS conqueror. And I know that chronic IBS diarrhea is no joke and it's a serious health issue. I teach my clients how to get it under control, and now I'm sharing with you too. You know where every single bathroom is on your way to work. You might even carry an emergency change of clothes in case you can't make it to the bathroom on time. IBS with diarrhea can ruin your life. It stops you from going outdoors because there's no accessible bathrooms in nature. It stops you from hanging out with friends in case you all of a sudden need to run away and hide in the bathroom for hours. And it can even stop you from dating because how do you bring up diarrhea in a normal conversation? And on top of all of that, even when you're finally done going to the bathroom, you're exhausted and drained, and you're unable to do anything for the rest of the day, and maybe even multiple days after that. What's the worst thing about having IBS with diarrhea? My channel is a safe space, so let me know in the comments below. Your IBS diarrhea could happen in a few different ways. Urgent diarrhea where you need to run to the bathroom immediately after eating. Urgent diarrhea that happens all of a sudden out of the blue. Urgent diarrhea first thing in the morning. Urgent diarrhea with anxiety. Non-urgent but completely watery stools that might happen multiple times during the day. Diarrhea with undigested food, which makes you wonder exactly how much nutrients you're actually absorbing. Many of you have mentioned that the only solution that you've found for your IBS diarrhea is to take an Imodium every time before you leave the house. And even then, sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes it flips the switch entirely the other way and you end up with constipation for days instead. We all know that those drugs are a band-aid. They're not meant for chronic conditions, only every once in a while or before traveling. But no one has been able to offer any better solutions. Even your doctors are advising you to take that, so what are you supposed to do? What can you really do to get your diarrhea under control instead of just forcing your body to hold it in until you get home at the end of the day? First of all, take a hard look at your diet. One of the major culprits for diarrhea from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, or TCM for short, is eating the wrong foods. I've mentioned in a previous episode that your digestive system is like a campfire. If you feed it the right fuel, it'll process the nutrients and nourish your body. If you feed it the wrong fuel, it'll become sluggish or get put out completely. The problem with the IBS campfire is that it's already weak to begin with, so any wrong foods will wreak havoc and trigger your terrible symptoms. I've talked about IBS food triggers in a previous episode, but the main one that I want to point out to you today is cold, raw foods. Salads and smoothies can wreak havoc on diarrhea-prone IBSers, so make sure that you're sticking to that TCM golden rule of thumb for a weak gut. Simple, cooked, warm meals. You can learn more about why this is so important by signing up to my free online class in the description box below. Next, stop the diarrhea anxiety cycle. A lot of you probably find that your diarrhea gets much worse and more urgent when you're feeling anxious. So in order to get your IBS symptoms under control for good, you'll need to address your anxiety. There's some of you that are really only anxious about your IBS, and so it's hard to know which side to tackle when you're trying to stop that vicious cycle. But most of you probably struggle with everyday anxiety, like overthinking, and the IBS just compounds it. So the best way to tackle this cycle? Just dive in and start. I'm going to dive more deeply into anxiety in an upcoming series, but for now, the most helpful tip I can give you is to focus on your breathing. Seriously, deep breathing can do wonders for calming anxiety, whether you're using it as a technique in the moment or whether you're using it as a daily practice. The more you do it, the more your general anxiety levels will lower. This, in combination with the gut support foods that I mentioned earlier, will really make inroads in getting your IBS and your diarrhea under control for good. The last thing to do is to make sure that you take some rest before you get exhausted and depleted. Especially with IBS diarrhea, you're losing a lot of nutrients and your energy is going right along with it. So you need to make sure to take care not to overexert yourself and push through as if nothing's wrong. Build in some time for yourself on a regular basis so you make sure that you're resting your body, your mind, and your spirit. This is going to come easier as your anxiety calms down down. But if you're already feeling exhausted and depleted, you need to start this process right away. Your responsibilities will still be there for you tomorrow, but if you don't take some time to heal, your health won't be. So to recap, here are the 3 essential steps to get your chronic IBS diarrhea under control. Number 1, eat right. Warm, simple, cooked foods. Number 2, stop the anxiety IBS cycle. Number 3, get some real rest on a regular basis. And number 4, patience. You have to remember that we're looking for a long-term solution and not a simple quick fix. We need to make some really deep shifts in order to get rid of your IBS and all of your terrible symptoms for good. If you want some free tools to help with these steps, just sign up for my newsletter in the description box below and I will send you my diarrhea SOS tips along with some helpful freebies to help you get this started. Now, if you're already feeling overwhelmed at this point and you have no idea how you're going to get your IBS D under control by yourself, check out my IBS program to learn how I work with my clients to make sure that they're getting the support they need and that they're able to get and stay well. The link is in the description box below. If you like this video, you know the drill. Let me know by liking it below, drop a comment with the word helpful, and let me know what your biggest takeaway was. And also, share this with anyone that you know is struggling with IBS D, because I want to make sure that everyone is aware that IBS is not a forever thing, so that we can all beat this thing together. I have a million more things to share with you, including even more tips on how to get your IBS under control for good. So make sure that you've subscribed to my channel and that you've hit the bell to be notified every single Friday when I post a new video. Oh my gosh, did you count how many times I said diarrhea? Like a bajillion.